because I'm on my laptop. Uh, but hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, before I get started, I'm gonna give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Yea, double honors unto my apostles and honors a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim, the Sahih, pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity, shalom. And I want to do this lesson. Lord willingly, it's gonna be a quick one. Lord willing, it's edifying, informative, and ultimately in the spirit, But as the title of this says, life is hard because it has to be. And Salakia has that's the spirit, try to do this lesson as the dryer was going off, background noise, But again, the title of this, life is hard because it has to. Because, and I'm gonna play a clip. Let me play this clip to give you an understanding of the inspiration of this lesson. This is from a clip of Batman. Bear me 1 second. All right, it's a clip from Batman. All right. I do not own this clip.
Let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne. Patience cost to your strength. Victory has defeated you.
And that was the motivation or the inspiration behind this. All right. This was a fight, and anybody that's seen, I think this was was this the Dark Knight? I don't think this was the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was with Joker. But this one with Bane. And Batman, Bruce Wayne, when he was dealing with Bane, in the beginning he was getting his ass beat, because he had met his match, and Bane was letting it be known that, like, you can't defeat me because of, he says, peace has cost you your strength. And there's a lot of truth to that, and that's why this lesson is called "Life Has to Be Hard." And I don't even want to come off with that energy as if like hard life doesn't get to me, as if like I'm not some tough guy, man. I'm not, everybody, I'm not Marcus Aurelius. I'm not all that. You know what I'm saying? But there's an understanding that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gives us to deal with these things. So I don't even want to come off with this lesson like I'm talking about, like I'm in the space of the lessons I'm putting out, really me trying to motivate myself through the spirit. And if this helps you, I pray it does, brothers and sisters. But it's not about no, that ain't what this is about. So, this quote hit me hard. And that's where I got the inspiration. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a lesson on that real quick. So, like it says, peace has caused you strength, man. And that's the nature of us. That's the nature of humans, first and foremost. But before it's the human thing, it's the Israelite man, woman desire. We just want peace. Matter of fact, let's look up that word. And I'm gonna try not to make this too long. All right. What does it mean to have? What is peace? What does that mean? That's what we're working for here, right? Is that not what we desire? Is that not what we yearn for? Is it not peace? Peace and harmony, right? Peace is on online etymology is defined as freedom from civil disorder, internal peace of a nation. Do we not want peace as a nation? Do we not want peace in our own households? Do we not want a peace of mind? Okay, peace, reconciliation. This is what I desire so great. This word goes with peace. Silence. Okay, silence. Absence of war. See, we're at war all day, every day. We're fighting poverty. We're fighting the struggle. We're fighting our own mental ailments and mental issues. We're fighting for our family. Sometimes you got to fight your family. We're fighting among ourselves as a nation. We're ultimately fighting wickedness. We're fighting against the, you name it, fighting. I remember Elder Yashwamba said this years ago. Everything is a fight, man. It's a fight to get the traffic. Anybody that lives here in the Atlanta area or North Georgia, as I like to say, you know this, man. It takes 2 hours to get from Atlanta to Atlanta. That's a fight every day to get home from traffic, man. Nothing, man. You be on the phone with your girl, or you women be on the phone with your nothing. Fighting is traffic. See, we're always at war. So who the fuck wants to be at war? Nobody. You want peace. I want peace. But as Bane said to Batman in this, says peace has cost you your strength. All right. Sometimes the whole time the Lord measures out this struggle to us individually and in measure, so that there's nothing that we can't handle. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Sorry, I got my phone down. I don't have I'm not in my car, and I don't have a tripod with me, so give me 1 second. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, there have no temptation taken you, but as common to man. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which ye are able, but will with the temptation as much as make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it, to be able to deal with this war that we're at. This lack of peace in all aspects of our life is a part of this. All right. That's why you got to maintain your faith no matter what it is, and keep fighting, man. All right. Fight in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in your relationship with your power. All right. So that he knows that you're a fighter. That's why I said this isn't about making it, hey, I'm not, man, all that, no, man, I'm talking to me first, man. I'm having a conversation with myself right now through the spirit, and I'm just so recording, and if it's edifying through the spirit, But you got to understand that this is why the Lord is building us up. Let me get another scripture, man. Because like I said, I'm not gonna make this too long. I gotta leave soon. But let's just hit a few, Let's go to one of my favorites. Let's go to Galatians 4:1, and it says, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of us all. And that's what the Lord did with Yahushai. When Yahushua was King Solomon, literally, Solomon means peace. He experienced on a level that none of us have probably ever. But he came in the flesh when he was Yahushua, and it was a constant battle because he was walking a walk to show us how to walk this walk today. It's a constant battle, brothers and sisters. It never ends. It never ends until it ends. That's why, matter of fact, I know I'm all over the place, but let's get a few more scriptures. Like I said, I just want to, let's go to first one that came to my head. Several came to my head, but I want to clear them. Let's go to Micah 2. Hey, shalom to everybody tuning in as well. Shalom. All right, this is 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So the Lord always keeps us agitated. And when I mean agitated, I don't mean like annoyed in the senses of annoyance, but what I mean like, what would I say agitating something? Give me an example of something. You got to agitate it. Like when you're trying to keep up. He's keeping us in motion. He's keeping us in a spirit of uncomfortable. If you're comfortable, you're not going to want to get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck what you think or how you feel about it. You are not above comfort. You are not, and I hate that word comfort because that takes on a lot of different meanings and things for people. So I wish I had a more precise word of being too content. The scriptures speak about being content, but Jake get too content here. They content with having a little home, content with a car, content with a little bit of food in the refrigerator, content with a woman getting on their nerves. They be content with this shit. But the Lord, what the scriptures say, he that gaineth much wisdom gaineth much sorrow. So the Lord be pumping us through his mercy and grace and will to give us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to what? Piss us off. But what do you do with the being pissed off part? That's where you got to become temperament and long suffering in this. But the Lord is always going to in a war, man, until we get the fuck out of here. Because why? This is not our rest. This is not our rest, because when you get restful, you get in trouble, man. Rest leads comfort. This is why Batman, that's why he didn't even call him Batman. He called him Bruce, because Bruce Wayne was always in conflict of being a multi-billionaire playboy type of guy, but then also fighting that and going out and fighting crime in the city, where that gave him limitations. Because, hey man, there's nothing like having your back against the wall, man. I was watching this guy, and he's a dog breeder. And this was a few weeks ago. And he was talking about his dogs. He had mastiffs. He had like 12 of them joints, right? It was I don't know his name. He was a bodybuilder, ex-bodybuilder, but you know, that's what he do, breed dogs. And he was speaking about, he was like, man, you know, you're not supposed to feed your dog, you know, every day, multiple times, that and the third. And then at that moment, it hit me like, because I was thinking about the dogs that I've owned, and you know, you let your woman, you know how it is, brother. You let your woman be, oh, Fluffy, here's some more food. And then you wondering why this fucking dog is in the house. Quiet. Matter of fact, that's another, let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Second. Bear me 1 second. It's Isaiah 56 and 10. Bear me 1 second. Let me pull it up. All right. Isaiah 56 and 10. All right. Nothing in the wild. Lions don't eat every day. All right. And I'm not even talking about actual food. I'm talking about the Lord always keeping us hungry, spiritually, emotionally, physically, you name it. He's going to keep you hungry for something. You're going to work on something. You're going to have a business plan. You're going to have a talent. And it's always going to seem like the goalpost is moving, because you always got to want. This is Isaiah 56 and 10. And it says, his watchmen are blind. They are ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot work, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. And that's the spirit. Like I said, I was listening to the Jake talk dogs, and I was thinking about dogs that I had and so on and so forth. And I'm like, man, you know, long story short, man, next dog, I'm not about to feed every day, man. I'm not about to feed your ass all day, every day. You know, a bowl in the morning, a bowl in the evening. Because why? How alert are you with a stomach full of fucking food, man? And I'm not talking about food right now. Understand what I'm saying spiritually. Understand what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about fucking chicken and Hawaiian rolls. I'm talking about hunger for brotherly love, hunger for a quietness, hunger for a successful life, hunger for, you know, a good time with your family, hunger for all of these different elements, hunger for quiet, silence, all of these things that come with peace. See, when you get too much of this shit, you get stuffed. Same thing with hunters. Hunters don't go hunting on a full stomach. They go on an empty stomach, because there's no there's no focus. Like brothers that know, man, it's nothing like being at camp on the Day of Atonement. It's hard, but not having a stomach full of food and liquids, it'll have you tuned in a way that you only can experience by doing such, because you hungry. That's the only way it comes. The Lord keeps us hungry. That's why I said the Lord makes it has to be hard. It has to be hard, and that's not that's a bitter saying. Who wants hard? That's why the Lord chose us. We didn't choose the Lord. That's another reason to understand you ain't choose this. Because if you understood what you was choosing, you more than likely wouldn't have chosen. But through the Spirit, the Lord knew us before we was in the womb, and he was prepping us and priming us and getting us ready to be in this hardship, to what deal, because it's a dealing with it with a purpose and understanding the mind frame of why. Because what makes you want to get out of here better? That's why the scriptures say it's hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom, because why? Riches bring peace. I don't give a fuck your color, man. All right? I don't give a fuck about when it comes down to money. People with money live a completely, totally different life. And I'm not talking about a little bit of bread. I'm not talking about a couple $100,000. I'm talking about the people that are dealing with M's and up, are rich men. All right, you're not rich with $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 a year. You're just doing good for yourself. Rich is when you're dealing with 7, 8, 9 figures, man. That is literally what Bane is saying to Bruce Wayne. Your peace is taking your strength. I watched this one guy, this Edomite. He's like a red pill dude, and he said, which is true, you can't be angry or mad with money in your pocket and beautiful women around you. It's impossible. So what did the Lord do to us? He keeps money away from us like that, and he keeps women away from us like that. Because why? We supposed to be fucking pissed. How are we going to complain if we got all our provisions? What are we going to complain about? Remember, we're simple creatures. We're not that great creatures. We're worms. It doesn't take much to please us. Think about you and what would make you happy. Hold on real quick. There we go. I'll get the water. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I'm at home and my little one was running around, so I just wanted to secure her so I could finish this lesson. I'm about to close up anyway. Let's go back to this Galatians, okay? But back to that Isaiah 56 about dumb dogs, lazy, slumbering. That's why these other camps, they don't be pushing for the end. See, the Lord have us in such a spirit where we be like, man, bring on the terrible days so we can get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna say that. Like these other camps, they got all type of backdoor deals, and that's why Esau's plan of attack with all of these different camps is to what? Make you sell out. Take something to make you comfortable. Take your mind off of this issue. That shit, that it don't take much to bring a level of peace to Jacob. The scriptures say that our forefather Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. It don't take much. That's why the Lord took it all. We're not a complex people. We want a beautiful family. And this is really across men in general, but Jake, all you want a loving, beautiful wife, some beautiful children, a little bit of land, be able to provide for yourself, take care of yourself, and do for yourself, right? And that's pretty much it. The majority of people don't even desire power. Do you understand? That's why the Lord put us in these brothers and sisters as well. All right, so going back to Galatians, I'm gonna close up in probably the next few minutes, like I said, and it says, but is under tutors and governors, Galatians 4:2, until the time appointed of the Father. Even so we, when we were children, were bondage under the elements of the world, but when the fulfillment of time was come, Yahweh sent forth his son and made of a woman under the law. So that's us. We're under tutors. We're under a schooling system. The Lord is building us up. That's why in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, what does it tell us? That what it is better to be in the house of mourning. Let's get that. I'm gonna give two more scriptures and I'm probably gonna close. The first one was, we're gonna go to Romans. That was what I was thinking about earlier. What was that? Romans 8. I'm gonna go to Romans 8 and 17, going straight to the point. It says, and if children, 16, Romans 8 and 16 says, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and joint heirs with Yahushai. If so be that we suffer with him, that we be also glorified together. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to compare glory which shall be revealed in us. All right. So that's part of it. All right. We are suffering because the Lord suffered. I was listening to a lesson earlier from Elder Yashawamba, great video. All right. And he was speaking about the fact of, of Yahushai's suffering. Oh, and here it is. Yahushua is the number one created. He's the number two under, you know what I mean? He's above all of us in this plane. Only under Yahweh. And he had to come down here and live a plain life, not be desired, not go towards his desire. That's suffering, man. All right. So we got to suffer as well. All right. Let me get one more scripture. All right. Children, man. Give me 1 second. What is that? It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart. This is not talking about these four chambers pumping blood. It's talking about your mind. The mind is made better. All right. A level of struggle creates a strong mind. Strong minds don't come from riches. Strong minds don't come from being loved and desired. That's not where that comes from. That strength comes from the struggle. That strength comes from figuring out you down to your last few dollars and you trying to figure out what you're gonna do with it. That's where the strength comes from. What strength would you gain if every bit of your decisions was made knowing that you got an endless flow of money behind it, and you got all of this going on for you, and this, that, and the third? You're gonna make good decisions make decisions and be, and so on and so forth, I would assume. But in reality, that's where people fail. How many businesses fail because the grandfather was in the struggle, was working hard, had to figure it out, do it with less to get more. Then he laid a foundation for the father. Maybe the father was decent, saw the struggle. You know what I mean? But what about that third generation, the grandson? More than likely, he grew up with a silver spoon in his fucking mouth. You think he know about the struggle that granddaddy went through? No. All he sees is the thrills and the lavishness that's come from this. That's where the loss happens. The struggle creates character. Now let's get this last part of this quote. And like I said, I'm about to close up. And what was it?
Victory has defeated you.
And see, victory has defeated you. The ultimate victory we all have is in Yahushua coming down and laying his life down for us. That's where our victory is. But as far as you individually, if it be of the will of the Lord, if you win in certain things, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it for you, because sometimes it be feeling like it don't work, but it is working. But you get my drift in it, is that the reason of the Lord not making it happen is not because he hates you or he's against you. It's because he wants you to keep that fire, in you of wanting more, wanting, desire. I need it. I want it. I'm going to get up and do it no matter what. No matter what is against me. That fight that the Lord is putting in us in this walk is supposed to be a part of our whole being. It's not a uniform we're putting on here. This is part of us as a person here. So that's why the Lord keeps it like that. A lot of niggas, they take on a lot of stuff They get a lot of stuff early, and what do? They shit on it. They throw it up. They throw it away. They fuck it off. You know, they bullshit money. They bullshit their resources. They bullshit their connections because it doesn't mean anything to them. Every victory that you get behind your through your How About Shem Yahushai, you're gonna appreciate that shit, man. You're gonna appreciate it. And that's why I remember years ago, I said something to a Jake, and Jake laughed at me at camp because I was like, man, you know, and you start to realize, and I still stand on this, man, because it's just as much as a blessing then to me today as it was then, you know, tongue twister. But sometimes it be the little things, brothers and sisters, and you knew it, man. Hey, man, being able to pay your bills late, man, depending on how late it is or how fucked up it is. Hey, man, the water, how about streaming outside? It ain't about always just being up and high fives and smiles and success and champagne. You get what I'm saying? Popping bubbly, as Jake loved to do. Another victory, another win. That's not what a victory is, man. Because you really, like here it is. Victory has defeated you, man. Niggas get comfortable. That's why the hardest thing to do in professional sports is to repeat, let alone three-peat. You know how hard that shit is? Everybody on your dick, your name is known. You just got that big boy extension. Kobe Bryant spoke about that. How many people, when they got money, their love for the game of basketball changed because that was for them the victory. They got paid to play a game that they played for free. But then what happened? They got the money and it's like, shit. Would you train as hard with 20 million in the bank as you did when you was just eating oodles and noodles and hot dogs? Everybody says the same thing with music. Think about your favorite artist. Your favorite artist made the best music that you ever appreciated or liked when they were a nobody on the come up, because why? That nigga or that woman, every time that she went into the studio or did something, he or she put their whole everything into it because they needed it. They needed it to work. Nigga getting in the studio, he got $100 million. He got 10 cars outside. He got 10 broads on his ride, loyal. He's not hungry. This is why women complain about, to give you an example of that, Rihanna. Women are pissed off at Rihanna because they want new music, but you got to ask yourself, why the fuck would she go through the trouble of being in the studio late nights, going on tour, dealing with all that shit to do what? Make a few dollars that she's already got and could just do something else? So brothers and sisters, take the L's that you catch personal. Because really not an L, it's just a lesson. You're under tutors and you're a student under this and learning how to get the discipline that Yahweh Shem Yahushua requires of us to be successful. And that takes having a level of thick skin, knowing how to get back up, knowing how to motivate, knowing how to forgive and forget, cast our burdens, taking accountability. Take all of these things come into this factor of here. So again, brothers, I'm about to close up here. I just want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. A double honors unto my apostles and the elders. Shalom to everybody that tuned in. Shalom to water for all the comments, the precepts. It was all needed. The water. So with that, I want to say shalom. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.